TV, and I'm here to do an episode recap of number 8 for Sly and Single. And we leave off where Jungwoo and Naira have to do this really funny looking campaign shoot where he's dressed up as Superman and she's dressed up as Marilyn Monroe. I'm not sure how that works with don't talk marketing campaigns with text, but what happens in the shoot is that there was this wind-blowing machine and Naira's not paying attention, of course, and this giant thing was gonna land on her, but Jungwoo goes in, saves the day, and he actually gets knocked out. And what happens next is kind of sweet because Naira takes care of Jungwoo the whole night long and pretty much reminisces about the times that they were together when they were married and times where they were going through hardship and times where they were, doing well. So she kind of reminisced and she was kind of crying as well, and so it was kind of like a touching moment. But the next morning, Yeojin comes in and tells Naira, what are you doing? Why don't you leave? You should get ready for work. And Naira really doesn't want to leave because she wants to make sure that Jungwoo's okay and wakes up, but Yeojin insists, and I think that this is where she's getting competitive and jealous and petty. But Naira, of course, leaves, and then Jungwoo, timing of course, wakes up at that moment and thinks that it was Yeojin who stayed by her side the whole night, and so Yeojin kind of does something sneaky and sly and conniving, and she says, oh yeah, I actually stayed by your side all night, which was totally not cool. I mean, don't take somebody else's work as your credit, which seems to be happening a lot to Naira. Like, her senbei takes the credit for the marketing idea, now Yeojin's taking the credit for, staying by Jungwoo's side, but so everybody else is being conniving, sly, and a little bit, not so nice. Except for, I think, Naira. Naira's very in your face. She might have a hot temper and she's very emotional, but I don't think she's very sly. I mean, she's not sly because every move that she does is just so in your face that it's not really sly. So the other big scene in this episode is Jungwoo's dad passes away, and he takes Naira down to go see him, and at first he thinks that he's still gonna be able to make it and that the father will be able to see Naira, but it doesn't happen, and Naira is just devastated because she comes to find out that the dad fell sick after Jungwoo and Naira's divorce, and then the family, the older sister, the mom, they blame Naira, and so it's very much a really bitter kind of, not even sweet, it's just a very bitter, sad time at the funeral. But what I think was kind of a good thing is that Jungwoo sees the dedication and just love that Naira had for the father, and it was just like, he finally clues in the fact that, bitterness aside, all those years where he was like, felt abandoned by her, he sees Naira's really good intentions and her ability to love his father, and he really, I think, feels warm towards Naira due to that. On the other hand, Sunyeon sees that Naira is putting in so much effort and so much care into this funeral service. He's like, what's going on? He's feeling really jealous and hurt, and I think kind of very cute too, because on one hand, Yeojin is very competitive and jealous and spiteful and petty in her interactions, but with Sunyeon, he's more hurt and kind of vulnerable and sad and not really competitive, like in a catty way. He's just kind of more like, what about me? What about my feelings? So, I think that when the secondary leads show that side of themselves, then I think the audience has much more warm feeling towards that individual rather than somebody who's kind of conniving and petty and doing things on a sneaky side. So that's what I feel about this episode. So I think with Naira, she's sorting out her feelings for Jungwoo. I mean, they both have a lot of issues between the two of them where they have a lot of hurt, past hurt, and just I think with Jungwoo, he's so oblivious to certain facts that have gone on with his wife's life, like how much she did dedicate towards him during the time that they were together and how devastated she was when they got divorced and some of the incidents are surrounding it. So I feel like Jungwoo needs to wake up and smell the coffee in certain respects. And Nada, you know, she needs to control her temper. I think that that's kind of her drawback, is that she just flies off the handle. And I think in Youngwon, he's just so cute, he's so funny, and he's just adorable, and his crush with Nada. So I really kind of want to see that kind of play out, because that triangle is very cute with Jungwoo, Nada, and Youngwon. I'm kind of like not into Yeojin that much, just because she seems so petty and just underhanded and sneaky. So yeah, so let me know what you think about Sly and Single again, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!